Hello, everybody. Starting this episode off a little bit differently than we normally do. It is 6:55 in the morning, and we are about to try for Cosmic Rewind for the virtual queue, since we are headed there today for the Epcot Flower and Garden Festival. So we are doing what we do every time we go to Epcot, which is getting up super early. Too early, honestly. Too early. To make sure we get that virtual pass, or at least try for it. Because I love Epcot Flower and Garden Festival. I can't wait to go. Can't wait to try all the food, but I really love Cosmic Rewind too. So every time we go, we have to do it. So let's see what happens. We're about to try for it in about 2 minutes now, or a couple of minutes. Cross our fingers. Alright, here we go. We got the join virtual queue screen up. Confirm your party. Only a few seconds. Any minute here. Yes. Got it. Group 16 today. Let me see your screen. She's got the oops, something went wrong screen. As you can see. Because I got it. And only one person at a time can get it. I don't know why I did this. Only one person at a time can get it. And so there's my screen. And you can see boarding group number 16. So we'll be getting there early today. Estimated wait time 165 minutes, which is about 2.5 hours from right now, which means we should be boarding at 9:30 a.m. since it's 7 a.m. So we're going to need to get there pretty much right after Epcot opens. I don't know. We'll see. We might slack and get there towards the end of our window at like 10:30. Since we're going, like I said, we're going for the Flower and Garden Festival. I do the same, by the way. Every time I do this, I do a little screenshot. Just in case something goes wrong with the app, I have proof that I had the boarding group. You don't really need to do that, but I always do it just in case. I don't know why. So yeah, excited to go to the Flower and Garden Festival. There's a few, there's a brand new set of food at the, what's the name of that booth? I can't never remember the name of that booth. I don't know. It's like the spring, summer, early bloom booth over there by the Creation Shop. There's a brand new menu, so all new things there. I think we're going to try that today. I don't know. Maybe I'm going to go back to sleep for 2 hours. I doubt it. I never do, but she might. So I'm going to go out and do something else. And then we're going to head to the parks in a little bit, so see you then. Every time I walk past this water, I always look for an alligator or a snake. I never see one, though. We're walking into Epcot. After we got our virtual queue for Cosmic Rewind, so Sleepyhead here went back to sleep for a little while, and I went out and started watching Vampire Diaries. So I went back into the app about, 8:30 in the morning. Because if you remember, it said that the approximate time for us to return would be around like 9:30, 9:45-ish. And so then around 8:30, I kind of checked the app, and it says the entry window for your group has expired. Bruh. So again, the time shifted. It shifted forward quite a bit. So that's been happening a lot. Usually it shifts backwards or it just kind of stays around the same, but I feel like Cosmic Rewind, for some reason, ever since opening, it just keeps shifting forward most of the time. By a lot sometimes. By like at one of ours, it shifted forward like 3 or 3.5 hours. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and try to. We're gonna get on it anyway. They'll let us on, I'm sure. I'm really hoping though that it's not an hour and a half wait like last time.
Same.
Like, because getting up at 7 o'clock in the morning to get a virtual queue
and then still having to come into the park and then wait an hour and a half with the virtual pass, I'd rather just get up in the morning and rope drop it and wait an hour and a half than have to do all that. And actually, if you rope drop it, you'd wait like 5 minutes. Now, not really rope dropping it, meaning rope dropping it for non-hotel guests, since they get in a half an hour early, it would probably be an hour and a half wait if there was a standby line. But back in the old days when you could actually rope drop, which I really miss because we loved rope dropping, we would have had to wait 0 minutes. We would have just walked right on the ride because we would have actually been in the front of the rope drop. So I don't know. I really hope they get this virtual pass together for Cosmic Rewind and figure this system out because it's a little dodgy right now. I guess since we are already late for our virtual queue for Cosmic Rewind, we will just head straight there. And this is a shortcut over to Cosmic Rewind, basically through the Connections Eatery. Literally cuts off an entire corner. I don't know if that's going to change or if there's going to be a different entrance once all the construction's finished. But right now, this is the shortest path to get to Cosmic Rewind from the entrance of Epcot. Just a quick jaunt down this ramp, hang a left, head out this door, and we're there. So I will definitely continue using this until you can't anymore. See? Already here. Like, I don't know if that's eventually going to be a walkway through there. Cast members only right now. I don't think. Actually, it's looking less and less like it's ever going to be anything other than what it is. So it looks like going through the Connections Eatery is going to be our go-to from here till Kingdom Come to get on the ride. Well, the virtual queue line doesn't look too bad right now. So hopefully it's not an hour and a half wait. So once again, our little light up when you put your pass on the entry thing turned blue instead of green, but they let us through. So we are all the way to the door. The line is all the way right here to the door. So, which normally is like a half an hour wait when we're about right here, but for some reason the other day it was all the way out there, and even once we got in here, it was still like another hour because it was going so slow. So hopefully it goes faster. The last time we were in here, I noticed this space right here, which is all sort of walled off. This would be kind of a cool place for like a meet and greet. Like if they had like Star-Lord or somebody come out here, kind of hang out in this space and greet people when they come in. That would be kind of cool. I feel like they should use it for that because there is actually a walkway to get here. I noticed if you follow this walkway around here, there's a door right up there, which I'll show in a sec, that actually lets you into this area. So they could easily just have, somebody like Star-Lord or something like walk up through here and then kind of hang out in this space and greet people. I feel like that would be cool. See how there's like a little doorway right here? There's like a door there that'll actually let you into that space. So maybe they'll do that at some point. I think it would be cool. Well, this wait time was much better. It was only about 15 minutes to get in. We're actually about to walk into the pre-show room right now. So this room right here that we are in is the holding room right before you go into the first pre-show. And it is the spot when you have gotten past the lightning lane merger. So once you've got into this room, you no longer will be getting put behind lightning lane people. You're past that sort of throughput, so the wait at this point is non-existent. It's just experiencing the pre-shows. And so we only waited 15 minutes for this ride without a lightning pass, so it's pretty good. And now we're into the pre-show, so we are in the front row. I am pumped. I think the front row is the best on this ride. We've done the back, we've done the front. We've never done the middle, and I don't plan to unless I have to. So there you go. Let's go. We got Tears for Fears finally. We haven't had that song before. That's the first time. And I love Tears for Fears. So that was cool. We finally got our 4th song, Tears for Fears. We still got 2 more to go, though. We got 4 songs so far. We just need 2 more. I don't even remember what the other 2 are, so I guess we'll find out when we actually get the song, but I just love that ride. I mean, it's just... I say it every time we get off of it. It just doesn't get old. So now we're going to head over to the Flower and Garden Festival and grab some food. Oh, look, they got a little stage going on right here.
I just asked a cast member and what the stage was about. He just said it was a private event that's going on after the park closes. I knew the park closed at 8 tonight. Actually, some of the attractions in World Showcase close at 6 tonight, like Frozen, Grand Fiesta, just a few Reflections in China. But yeah, I'm not sure what it is. I'm kind of jelly. I'm like, is there going to be like an actor here, or is that for Mickey, the stage? Like, what's it about? I guess we won't find out.
Made a quick pit stop here at the Connections Eatery because there's a great bathroom right here near Cosmic Rewind. It's a lot better than the restroom over here by Test Track, like kind of around the corner that leads you by Test Track, which is this bathroom up here in the corner is like always a billion people there. And for some reason, the Connections Eatery, there's not really usually a ton of people in there. Maybe people haven't figured it out yet.
I don't think people know it's there.
Yeah, I think people haven't figured it out, but it's also a pretty decent sized bathroom, so, and it's nice and inside and it's cool, so it's a good pit stop if you're looking for a good restroom. The Connections Eatery has a nice one there. We're gonna head into Club Cool because we are headed over to the Flower and Garden Festival to grab some food, and I kind of want to drink. And you really only have like bottled water and stuff like that over at the Flower and Garden booths. And I always want a fountain drink. So they actually sell fountain drinks here inside Club Cool. So we usually come in here and there's usually never a line. See, like we just walked in and we're like the first people in line.
So I'm Maria. I'm Ashley. And we are from Jacksonville, Florida. We watched your video. It was amazing. And we got into the Galaxy ride. It was awesome. So it was, thank you so much for that. Yeah.
A testimonial that it actually worked. So that's awesome. So
We did. We're up early in the morning to do it.
it's always awesome to run into fans or people that watch our videos. I always love saying hi to everybody. So if you ever see us in the parks, definitely say hi. But they were just telling us that they watched our how to get the virtual pass for Cosmic Rewind pass this morning at like 6:30 this morning to figure out how to do it. And then they said they did it and they got the pass. And so they're going to be riding it. And ironically, we just got off Cosmic Rewind. So it was so cool. It was awesome to meet. It was awesome to meet them. You'll see them again at the end of the video. The Farmer's Feast. Wow, I was struggling to come up with the name of this place earlier for some reason. I remembered the summer solstice and early bloom and all that stuff, but for some reason I was having a hard time remembering the name of the booth. So we're going to get everything that they have for the summer solstice menu, which runs for about another month. Cornbread, tenderloin, and Whole Lotta Melon. Let's give it a go. Thank you. Yum. We got all the food and it looks amazing. I didn't even really know what to expect, especially with the panzanella. So the first one that we're going to talk about is the tomato and cornbread panzanella. She was looking at this and she was like, I don't want to eat that. That looks like a completely uncooked raw egg on there. I'm like, that's not an egg.
It looks like an egg.
It's like a ball of cheese or something, I think. I guess we'll find out when we take a bite. But there's cornbread apparently. I thought it was just going to be like a crouton, but apparently it's cornbread. So let's take a look. Some sort of like wasp or something just almost got me.
Oh.
Okay. Technically you're not really supposed to swat them away, but whatever. So let's take a look at this. It looks like a salad. I don't know. Maybe that's what a panzanella is. I don't know. Check it out. I don't know if it's coming through or not. Do a quick scan, but I don't know. This cornbread thing looks pretty good. Looks like a cornbread crouton. I don't know if it's going to be sweet or if it's going to be salty, savory. I don't know. Let's try it. I see olives in there, and I see olives, tomatoes, It says that it's basically just burrata, cheese, and fresh basil. So there you go. It's cheese. It's not an egg. Burrata cheese. Burrata cheese and fresh basil. I see a little bit of salt. I don't know. This thing looks busting. I'm not going to lie. I think it looks good. Let's dig in. All right, I got it. Let's give it a rip. You going with the cornbread?
I like the cornbread.
This is so good. I love this. You know, the cheese doesn't have much flavor.
No, it just tastes like water. Mushy water. Like
Yeah.
somehow mushy water. I don't really care for the cheese.
The cheese is no good.
like
I could do without the
cornbread.
cheese. Honestly, everything else though, I like. I mean, she doesn't like tomatoes.
Or cucumbers.
She doesn't like green olives. Doesn't like cucumbers. So the only thing in here, there's onion. Did you get some of the onion?
No.
There's some onion in here. So the onion, the lettuce, and the cornbread. It's the only three things that she likes in this whole dish. I'm gonna give it all a rip. It was $5.25. I don't like the cornbread. I do really like the cornbread, but not in the salad. Because the cornbread is very sweet, and I love sweet cornbread. But to me, with all the salty, sour stuff on top, it's a weird combination. And normally I like sweet and sour together. But I don't like this sweet and sour combination, personally. Did you like the sweet and sour combination? But you didn't really
It's
like
hard
the cheese.
yeah,
so.
it's hard to tell.
It's hard.
Not really. I don't know.
But
I like the cornbread though.
But I love the salad. Honestly, if they were to replace this big hunk of burrata cheese with some like feta, and maybe just put like a regular crouton on here instead of cornbread, this would be a 10 out of 10 salad for me. I love it because I love the fresh tomatoes in here, the cucumber. I mean, there's just a lot of really delicious components here. I love green olives too. Like I said, cucumber. There's some onion. I think there was like one. Okay, there's a second onion here. Look at that little baby onion in there. That's all you get. Just a little bit of onion. Yeah, but the cheese just really messes it up for me. And this cornbread. But I would like to eat the cornbread by itself. Without everything else, the cornbread's delicious. Kind of reminds me of a Greek salad. It's like a Greek salad. Anyway, it's good. It's got like that vinegary. Nothing in the salad is sweet except for the cornbread. It's all vinegary and oil and just so delicious. I love it. So we add the appetizer, and I actually like how they do these menus. So far, I think if I remember correctly, each one of the Farmer's Feast menus for the different seasons has been like an appetizer, a main dish, and then a dessert. So really, you come here and you get a meal.
Yeah.
Like if we weren't sharing this would actually be about the right size meal, I think, for me personally, to eat and then be completely full. But we're sharing it, so it's not quite. And if you like everything and eat it all. But I do like the fact that it's laid out that way, where you get an app, an entree, and a dessert. It's kind of cool. I dig it. And it's only like $15 total, roughly. So, I mean, it's a pretty good deal. All right, so the next item that we're going to talk about is the barbecue seared pork tenderloin. And it looks phenomenal to me. It says it has so the barbecue seared pork tenderloin comes with a summer succotash, interesting, herb butter, and grapefruit vinaigrette. Grapefruit vinaigrette. Sounds weird, but sounds cool too. And it's $6.50 for this meal. There's not a lot of meat happening here, not a lot.
And I'm not going to eat the meat because it looks raw.
Yeah, she's not going to eat it because in the middle it is a little bit.
Yeah. I'll try the succotash though.
It's a little bit
it
pink.
looks like it's just corn and beans.
You can kind of see at the center of the pork there, it's very like pink, which is how pork's supposed to be cooked. It's pretty much perfectly cooked, but she definitely doesn't dig that. I'm not a huge fan of undercooked meat either, so I don't know. Yeah, let's try the succotash.
Succotash is good.
It is good.
It barely has flavor.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't have that much flavor, but I like it.
It does. It just tastes like corn though. I'm not really getting any of the other stuff in it. I don't know what's in it. It's got like lima beans and corn and like some little red stuff. It might be, I don't know, peppers or something. But it's decent. I don't dislike it. I'm gonna try this pork tenderloin now. It smells like barbecue sauce, which is interesting. It does say it's a barbecue seared pork tenderloin, but it says herb butter and grapefruit vinaigrette. I don't know if the grapefruit vinaigrette and the herb butter was in the succotash.
Yeah,
So we'll find out.
It's definitely barbecue sauce.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was actually $6.50.
The pork's actually good. It's not tough. I mean, Disney knows how to make pork. I've said this every single time we get pork. I say Disney knows how to make pork because it's always good. And this pork is no exception. It's delicious. I'm not a huge fan of barbecue, so I could do without the barbecue sauce. Any other sort of sauce on this would have been better, or even no sauce, because the barbecue overwhelms it. You know, barbecue has a very strong flavor.
Yeah.
And I think it just overwhelms, overpowers the pork, so you can't really get the good flavors of the pork as well. But it's still solid. I'm missing the grapefruit vinaigrette and herb butter, though.
Yeah,
I didn't find it anywhere. I don't find it in the pork. I don't find it in the succotash. I feel like
Definitely
that's
not.
false advertising. I was excited to try grapefruit vinaigrette. That sounds cool. I don't think I've ever had grapefruit vinaigrette, and apparently I still haven't. So, but I dig it. Yeah, I mean, the pork is really tender. I mean, you see how easy that cut? I mean, it's definitely not like overcooked tough pork. I don't mind overcooked tough pork, though. So overall, pork tenderloin, not too bad. I liked it. Could have done without the barbecue, but the summer succotash was just okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this third dish. This is kind of an interesting dish. Sounds a little weird, looks a little odd, looks a little wet and mushy. It's called the Whole Lotta Melon. And it's $4.50. Check that out. I mean, it looks pretty weird. I don't know if I'm getting a good view of it or not, but it looks odd. It looks strange, even for me. It says it's a Feta cheesecake, which already interesting. I mean, cheesecake is cheesecake, but Feta, I've never had a Feta cheesecake, I don't think. And I love Feta, so this could be cool. With a watermelon curd, pickled watermelon rind. I did see some watermelon rind on there, and I was trying to figure that out. Watermelon caramel. What? Watermelon caramel? I don't even see that. And then a compressed watermelon.
Yeah.
For, again, $4.50. Watermelon caramel or caramel, however you pronounce it. How do you pronounce it? Caramel? Is it technically caramel?
I don't know, but I hate that.
Caramel. I'm going to go with caramel, too. So, I don't know. It looks odd. Let's just give it a crack. I'm not even going to do the knife. I'm just going to start stabbing it
I do not like watermelon.
viciously. Oh, yeah. I forgot to mention that.
I do not like watermelon at all. So I'm going to try the little cheesecake part, but if it tastes like watermelon, will be my last bite.
Yeah, she hates... It's funny because this whole menu for her is a no-go.
No.
Like, undercooked pork.
Just sucking it up.
A salad sort of dish that has tomatoes and cucumbers and olives in it, and a weird cheese that wasn't... I mean, we've had burrata cheese before,
Yeah.
and it's been okay, but this
I
one
love
was just
cheese,
super
but that's
bland.
weird. Yeah.
And then a whole watermelon dessert. So we're going to have to stop at a restaurant on the way out of here, I think, so she can get some food. But for me, this is kind of a dream come true. All these foods I like. She was even saying that, too. She was like, I was like, man, I'm excited about this menu. She was like, yeah, you would be, because it's all stuff you like.
Yeah.
It is. We'll see. Get a little bit of that. Let's see if I can get some. This looks pretty good. Looks odd, though. I'm going to try and get a little bit of that. Ooh, oh, it's a little mushy. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to love this texture. Yeah, it looks weird. Okay, I'm going to be honest. It's very wet looking, and I'm not loving the wet look of it.
Oh wait, I already asked.
It's very mushy.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't think Feta was meant to be in a cheesecake, honestly. It's giving it a weird... And I love Feta cheese, but
Same.
it's also weird to me because the cheesecake is warm. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
It's like warm and mushy and wet.
Yeah.
Does that sound good to you?
It's fine.
Warm, mushy, and wet cheesecake? with feta. And I can actually get, there's crumbles of feta. Like I'm
Yeah.
chewing them. It's not like it's like super blended in. Yeah, I'm not digging that. And I love watermelon. Try this pickled watermelon rind. I mean, it's alright, I guess. I just don't like how wet this is. Yeah, just look at how like juicy this is. Do you see this here? I mean, it's like really wet. It's like swimming in this like. Is this supposed to be like the watermelon caramel? I think maybe it is. Is it? I don't know. I just got a little bit of this watermelon sauce here, and it does taste kind of like caramel a little bit. I don't know though. It's too thin. I feel like it needs to be drier. I mean, I don't know. Just look at that. It's like a goopy, warm mess. I don't like anything on this dish. I'm not digging it at all. It's not good.
Nope.
And I don't know why it's warm. If it was cold, it would have been at least something better or something. I don't know why I keep tasting it.
I don't know why either.
Honestly, though, this little sauce in the bottom, which looks gross because it's like wet, is actually tastes good. This is the best part of the whole dish. But it just tastes like a little like sugary water, like caramel. I don't know. I'm not gonna eat anymore. I think I'm gonna go back to the salad actually because I want to get this taste out of my mouth. I'm not digging it. And you barely even took a bite. She took like a little nip,
And
like
I
a little
love
nipple.
cheesecake. I love
This was
cheesecake,
her.
but not that.
See that right there? That's what she did right there. That's all we got from her. She was like, yeah, I don't like it. You didn't even give it a proper bite. Anyhow, yeah, not a huge fan. So I don't know. Ended up being a good day here at Epcot, right?
Yep.
Good day at the Flower and Garden Festival. Cosmic Rewind worked out. We were late for our past time because the time kept changing. And it bumped up, but we still got to ride it, which is awesome. And we got a brand new song, which we had never gotten before, so I'm excited about that. Tears for Fears. Flower and Garden Festival was fun. The food wasn't that great, even for me, honestly. Like I think we might have to stop and grab some food because I'm kind of a little hungry right now. I'm so hungry, in fact, that I picked up. This is Mickey's Main Street Popcorn Mickey Fruity Mix, which I've never had before. You know, I keep trying to find the orange popcorn, but it's gone. Like, it's just gone. So now I'm like, you know what? Maybe this will be the next best thing, this fruity popcorn. They have a confetti popcorn, too, that I don't know what the difference is. Because the confetti popcorn is colorful like this, too, but it doesn't say a flavor. So I don't know if it's just, like, sugary flavor or if it's fruity flavor. But this one says fruity flavor, so I wanted to go for it. I'll let you know if it's any good next time, if I remember to tell you, but I'm excited to try it. And that's all for this episode. Thanks again for joining us. We will see you again tomorrow. Don't forget to check out our next video that drops. Until then,
The noble way is the easy way.